Joey Cundari Carpenter. Interview. What was your reason for starting your business? He wasn't enjoying the work he was doing back when he was young and decided to quit his job and go back to school. Eventually, he got a carpentry job, but realized that he wanted to work for himself. He wanted to be his own boss. How did you create your business plan? He just wanted to start a business. There was no plan for it. He started off and had the skills, confidence, and determination to start it, and he did. How was the business funded? Some money he saved up from his previous job to start up his business. He didn't need a lot of setup costs, as he only wanted to do small jobs at first, so the expenses were very low. He also got discounts from hardware stores because he had a contractor license. So when he was hired to work, he would charge the customer 20% more of what he paid on supplies. He had at least 60 days to pay his bill for the supplies. It was a good way to make money. He saved up from one job to the next, building his cash flow. What was your mission? It was to pay the bills and to make a living, to be a successful business owner. He was big on the simple small business, always happy with what he did. He felt he was more community based and wanted to please the customer with quality of work, honesty, and respect. Who was your primary target market? Anyone that had a property or building. Everyone at some point requires a skilled contractor to help with small to larger jobs. He started small renovations to then building larger additions to an existing building to then building 5 to 6 houses in his career. How did you market your business? He was trying just to run a good business, word of mouth, building relationships with the community, with customers and lumber companies to show quality of work, trustworthy, being on time, and showing up for jobs prepared. Paying the bills on time was important to keep good relations with them. This would allow a relationship between supply stores and him to help advertise his business name. How did you manage your employees? At first, he only had one employee. Then the business grew to 2 to 3 employees. It was hard to get any good workers that wanted to work and were reliable. At times, they would leave and go somewhere else with little to no notice. He would hire a subcontractor sometimes to help him if he ran into a problem he couldn't fix on his own. What sort of challenges did you face? A job can change on a dime. Employees are sometimes not that reliable, and environment regulations for building permits can often change, so he needed to be evolving. Also, financial costs continued to rise, so trying to be creative was important, like building supplies, replacing broken tools, etc. And he also needed to have good working relationships with customers, as they can make or break his reputation, and he had to learn from his mistakes. So, did you meet your end goals? He met his end goals, lasting over 40 years in the business, which was a good goal. Worked for about 50 ongoing customers throughout the years. There were good times and rough times, and he had a keen understanding of where he was going and not to get too ahead of himself, as he wanted to stay as a small business. He knew that people get lost in their business from bankruptcy and stuff, from advancing too quickly. He worked hard and he got up every day to do the job that he could be pleased with. And he was well respected and trusted from his customers, and the quality of his work spoke for itself. And that's it. There's Joey Cundari Carpenter, interviewed by me.